Bully vibes. What's good with it? Yeah, 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 yeah. Let's talk. Let me get a thumbs up, man. Let me get a thumbs up if you can hear me. I don't see why I waste money on a running back. What's up? Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles. Let's talk. So we all know. Let's let it brew for a minute. Let's let it brew for a minute. What's going on, cuz? What's going on, Ant? How you feeling, bro? I'm good. I'm good, Jock. I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm good. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's everybody up to, man? What's the vibes? The draft is coming up. You know what I mean? We got some things to discuss. Me and Philly 500, we working on, solidifying the list so we could come to you guys with a great production of the list and, just what we did. You know what I'm saying? Just what we did in the off season, along with you guys help. Cowboys trade that. Nah, I think that's a rumor. I think that's a rumor. How the fam? The fam doing good, cuz. How the fam doing on your end, man? This quarantine in the way, man. I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling, man. Staying out of the way, staying positive. You know what I mean? Just, King Leaf, what's going on with you, baby? Miles definitely got the potential to reach McCaffrey status. Listen, let me talk to you about Miles Sanders real quick. First of all, let me congratulate Christian McCaffrey, the highest paid running back in the league. $64 million extension for 4 years. I think $16 million a year. That's boss status. Christian McCaffrey has absolutely deserved every nook and cranny of that bread. He deserved it. Christian McCaffrey is the best running back in the league, bar none, hands down. I mean, anytime you can get 1,000 receiving yards and rush for 1,000 yards on the ground, I mean, who's done something like that before? Who's done something? Defeating the purpose of the wrench. Who defeating the purpose of the wrench? I mean, who's done a DH man? What's going on with you, man? Thank you for the donation. Who's done something like Christian McCaffrey? Nobody has. And there's only two other running backs that I can think of with the skill set to be able to duplicate something like that. You know what I mean? There's only two other running backs in the league that I think can duplicate something like that. One is Alvin Kamara, and one is Miles Sanders. What Christian McCaffrey did was, I don't think Alvin Kamara is going to get the same payday as Christian McCaffrey, but I do think that Miles Sanders is going to get a big payday. I think Miles Sanders is going to get a hell of a payday, man. Miles will be top 5 running back 2020 bet. I believe so too. Miles Sanders will have a battery in his back just off the strength of Christian McCaffrey getting paid. So will Saquon Barkley. Some of these dudes are going to run really, really hard this upcoming season, man. Some of these dudes are going to run really, really hard, man. And Miles Sanders is going to be one of them. See, Miles Sanders was thrusted into the spotlight. You know what I mean? It's not many people who can make Carson Wentz better. Miles Sanders elevated Carson Wentz's game. There's no receiver that could do it. Miles Sanders elevated Carson Wentz's game. Zach was already good before Carson Wentz got there. Yeah, rest in peace to T. Jackson. Zach was already good. You know what I mean? Carson could do with or without Alshon Jeffrey. Miles Sanders took Carson Wentz's game to another level. I feel like Carson Wentz is better in a screen game. I feel like Carson Wentz is better throwing to running backs now. I feel like Carson Wentz tapped into a new mode that a lot of people didn't want to, a lot of people didn't think he had. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he tapped into a good mode. So you know what I mean. Miles Sanders was a piece. We don't make the playoffs without Miles Sanders. That's how important Miles Sanders was last year. We would not have made the playoffs without Miles Sanders, and I wasn't too high on him the first couple weeks because they was doing all this running back by committee thing. But I think Miles Sanders, I think Miles Sanders is already an elite running back in today's NFL. When a guy can get you 500 receiving yards and 500 rushing yards, 500 receiving yards, 800 rushing yards, something like that, that's elite, man. That's elite. That's elite, man. You know what I mean? Ain't no problem, Prince. You know what I mean? That's elite. I can't name 10 running backs better than Miles Sanders. You know what I mean? And I think it was a slap in the face that he didn't get Rookie of the Year or whatever. Who was it? Kyler Murray? No, that running back got it, I think. The kid who got Rookie of the Year, offensive Rookie of the Year. Who was it? Was it the running back? Lower to Houston, you already know. Was it the running back who got offensive Rookie of the Year? I can't remember who it was. Was it Josh Jacobs or Kyler Murphy? So it was Josh Jacobs. See, I'm getting mixed answers. It was Collar, it was Jacobs. I'm gonna go with Miss Stovall for Murray. I'm gonna go with Miss Stovall for Murray. We getting more Murrays. All right. I think Miles Sanders. See, a lot of people don't even think Miles Sanders was the best rookie running back last year. I think it's a no-brainer. He led all rookies in yards for scrimmage. I mean, if you look at some of the things, look at Miles Sanders. Miles Sanders had a historic rookie running back season. Historic. Carson Wentz had a historic a season for a quarterback. I mean, these guys just mesh perfectly well. You know what I'm saying? They mesh perfectly well. So honestly, I think that Miles Sanders can be somewhat of a power back, and Boston Scott could be his complement. Boy got a baby for loyal to Houston. What you mean, boy got a baby for loyal? What's going on here? You know what I mean? I'm saying I think Miles Sanders could be a power back. I don't think you need to. I don't think it's detrimental that you got to pair him with a power back. I think Miles Sanders is going to put on some explosiveness this year. I think Miles Sanders is going to be better. You know what I mean? Miles Sanders is going to be better. So that's what I got for Miles Sanders, man. Miles Sanders is going to get this money. The incentive is there for him. You know what I mean? Collar is correct. Okay. Miles did all this only starting like 10 games. Exactly. Exactly. What up, LB? Just checking in. You already know, man. Staying cool, staying low. Staying low. He's been working out with Barkley. I saw that. He has been working out with Barkley. He's been working out with Barkley. But what do y'all think about the Philadelphia Eagles interviewing all these different positions? Give me a thumbs up if you think that the wide receiver position is an absolute need with this 21st pick. I want to know what y'all think about that. Give me a thumbs up if you think you have to go wide receiver in this draft. We're gonna talk about it. Hey, YB and Moochie, what's good, bro? Okay, we're getting a lot of thumbs up. Cool Cat. I knew Cool Cat was gonna come with the thumbs up. Uh-huh. Cool Cat gonna come with the thumbs up. People saying you have to. Ant saying you have to. Let me throw out some stats right here that a lot of people might not know about. I'm getting sick and tired of Carson Wentz being, labeled as injury prone. Do you know it's about, I think it's seven starters since Carson Wentz has come into the 7 NFL starting quarterbacks since Carson Wentz has come into the NFL who's missed more playing time than Carson Wentz that nobody's talking about. Nobody's talking about Aaron Rodgers missing 9 games since Carson Wentz been in the league. Carson Wentz only missed 8. Nobody's talking about Tannehill, who just got paid, missed 24 games in the last 4 years. Nobody talking about that. Nobody's talking about who's the other guy. The guy that y'all swear up and down is better than Carson Wentz, but I don't think so. Nobody's talking about Deshaun Watson. I think he missed 12 games. Nick Foles also missed around 12. Nobody's talking about that. Everybody want to sit here and say Carson Wentz this, Carson Wentz that. Carson Wentz he can't stay healthy. Come on, man. Don't let them pull the wool over your eyes, man. Don't let them continuously pull the wool over you guys' eyes, man, because we really know what's going on. Last time I checked, he beat Aaron. He did beat Aaron. Aaron is way better than Carson Wentz. I disagree. Aaron was better, but right now, today, if you got to start a franchise, you picking Carson Wentz. Only the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will be salivating over a 48-year-old man to run their organization. You picking Carson Wentz over Aaron Rodgers. Come on, man. You already know the vibes. With Deshaun Watson better than Carson Wentz? A lot of people think Deshaun Watson is better. You know what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there. You know what I mean? With this draft coming up, I'm going to tell y'all, man, I'm 50-50. I am 50-50 on a lot of things in this upcoming draft. And it's all going to come to fruition. I know I got this knack of talking about some things, and then later on they get proven to be how I feel. It's all going to come into fruition, man. I'm telling you. This draft, I'm 50-50. I'm 50-50 on if you take a wide receiver with the 21st pick or not, because this draft is deep at wide receiver. I'm telling you it's deep. I'm telling you it's first-round talent that's going to be there to the 3rd round at the wide receiver position. It's deep. And let me ask you guys this question. For everybody that's so high on Henry Ruggs, I don't understand why. I don't understand why everybody's so high on Henry Ruggs. I'm going to tell you why. I think Henry Ruggs is a bit of a one-trick pony, if you ask me. Some people say Henry Ruggs can run routes really well, but anytime you have 55 targets in a season, that lets me know one thing. You weren't the number one option. I know you played with Judy. I know you played with all these other guys. I think it was 3 wide receivers in that group that was considered elite. So why not we so why are we so high on Ruggs? if he wasn't the best out of the three? I'm not. Am I missing it? Am I missing it? Now listen. I would draft Henry Ruggs. I'm telling you, I'd draft Henry Ruggs. But if it came down to Henry Ruggs, CeeDee Lamb, and Justin Jefferson, I'm probably going to go with CeeDee Lamb or Justin Jefferson. You know what I'm saying? That's just where I'm at with it, man. It's what Ruggs is worth it. How is Ruggs worth it all of a sudden? Because everybody's programming us to believe that. Come on, man. Mims a fifth-year senior. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Henry Ruggs, at the very least, a big red herring for the opposing defenses. Listen, man, we need somebody that can consistently get open. I'm telling you, that's more important for the style of quarterback that we got. For our franchise quarterback, that's more important. We need somebody that can continuously get open. We need somebody that can run crisp routes who Carson Wentz can go with all the time. Zach Ertz ain't running no 4-3, but he can continuously get open. Alshon Jeffrey ain't fast, but he can continuously get open. Speed fades. I'm trying to tell you guys, speed fades. There's only two speedsters that I know who have stayed around throughout the long haul. Oh, golf cart broke down. Golf cart broke down. But there's only two speedsters who I believe that have stayed, longevity wise for a long time. Randy Moss was a speedster, whether you want to believe it or not, a speedster with height. Randy Moss was a speedster. Ted Ginn stayed around for a while. Deshaun Jackson stayed around for a while. Think about what was the dude named Mike Wallace who played with Pittsburgh for a while? He faded. That speed fades. Look at John Ross. Nobody can talk about John Ross. Look at Brandon Cooks. That speed fades. Once people figure you out, once people know how to stop you, once people know you're lining up in the slot to try to bust a cover two, which is what they do with a lot of these guys, that speed fades. You know what I mean? That speed fades. So you know what I mean? Hollywood, what do you mean? Hollywood Brown is a rookie. Ross faded, cousin. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Cooks, nobody don't even. It was a big mistake paying Cooks. It was a big mistake paying Cooks. You know what I mean? Jefferson is like a faster Michael Thomas. I'm telling you, Michael Thomas is fast, but Michael Thomas gets open all the time. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Michael Thomas get open all the time. That's how he got that bag. Nobody with that speed get that bag. You complimentary to the guy that always get open when you got that speed. You complimentary. I'm telling you, that's all you are. You're complimentary. Deshaun Jackson was brought on to be complimentary. He just lucky he's still fast at that age. Mike Wallace, Torrey Smith, that speed fades, man. That speed fades in a major way. In a major way, man. Nobody is starting the franchise at the wide receiver position with a pure burner, a pure speedster. It's not happening. It's not happening. They're always complimentary. Deshaun Jackson was brought along to be complimentary to Mike Evans. Deshaun Jackson was complimentary to Crowder and the other guys that they had. So y'all telling me this, that Henry Ruggs is going to be Easter was good, Ethan. Henry Ruggs is going to be the long-term option for Carson Wentz? I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it if we just banking off pure speed. The better long-term option for Carson Wentz is a guy like Jerry Jeudy who could run the routes to perfection. A guy like Justin Jefferson who could run the routes to perfection. Carson Wentz is a red zone target. Carson Wentz is the best quarterback in the National Football League when it comes to red zones and throwing touchdowns and not throwing interceptions. Justin Jefferson specializes in catching balls in the red zone. He specializes in it. You know what I'm saying? Henry Ruggs, when you get to Carson Wentz's the cream of the crop for Carson Wentz, when you get to the red zone, Henry Ruggs is going to be null and void if he can't hit you with a home run hit. Null and void at that point. Zach Ertz and Dallas Goedert and the running backs in our offense, they eat in the red zone. Because and Alshon Jeffrey eats in the red zone because Carson Wentz is, listen, all we got to do is be able to put drives together to get us to the 20-yard line. And Carson Wentz is going to finish the rest. Period. You know what I'm saying? All we got to do is be able to put some drives together, and Carson Wentz is going to bring that thing home for us, man. Let's stop acting like, listen, we know the skill set of our quarterback. Why are we making this difficult? Carson Wentz has spoken. If y'all see my last video, I put up Carson Wentz Instagram post. I think it's in the community section as well. Carson Wentz is looking for a guy with a big wingspan, a big catch radius, and a guy who uses his body well. Why are we saying he need Henry Ruggs? I see JJ getting benched this year if he don't show up. I think JJ gonna show up this year though. I really do think JJ gonna show up this year. I'm gonna tell you one thing I know: you can't do worse than 10 catches. You can't do worse than 10 catches. So I expect him to get at least 40. I like Brandon Ayuk at 21, Michael Pittman Jr. at 53. I do too, man. I think Michael Pittman is the guy you gotta get. Big body, uses his catch radius, a guy that Carson Wentz likes. Carson Wentz likes that skill set. You got to give every guy at least 3 years. You don't have to give every guy at least 3 years. That's a myth. That's a myth. You do not have to give every guy at least 3 years. Listen, if it don't pan out, dudes could get the boot. That's another misconception. 6 catches for JJ this season. 6 catches, you tripping. He's not going to have 6 catches. He needs to be an Alshon spot and not in the slot. Listen, they need to bring Alshon back. Carson Wentz and Alshon need to kumbaya, do whatever they got to do. They got to bring that dude back, man. I'm sorry, they got to bring that dude back. You know what I mean? Carson Wentz and Alshon Jeffrey, man, they had a good work. They worked good on the field together. JJ going to get his spot taken. If you get a spot taken, you get it taken. You know what I'm saying? If you get a spot taken, you get it taken. I think it's very important. Unless you can grab the best linebacker in the draft, you got to go ahead and get you a wide receiver, man. You got to get your wide receiver at 21. You got to get somebody that's going to be able to stay with Carson Wentz and somebody that you're going to be able to re-sign after 4 years. You got to get somebody that you plan on extending from the rip. And there's only it's like 10 guys like that in this draft that I could say without a shadow of a doubt who going to be here after their rookie contract. You know what I'm saying? Who going to be here after their rookie contract. You got to get somebody who's going to be here for the long haul, man. I like T. Higgins too. You know what I mean? Everybody's saying we need a speedster. You could find you a speedster, dog. You could find that, man. They laying around every offseason. Speedsters are laying around every offseason. I'm telling you. It's one speedster right now, one young speedster in the NFL right now that I think is going to be good. I think this guy is going to be good. He just so happened to be very, very fast. Terry McLaurin. I think the dude that played for the Skins, I think he got more in the arsenal than just pure speed. But when that speed start fading for a lot of these guys, man, who don't already have toughness, you see what happened, man. You see what happened. Look what happened when they say Dez Bryant's speed start fading. Gabriel's okay. I think Terry McLaurin got a higher ceiling. He got a higher ceiling, man. You know what I'm saying? The Philly Talk podcast. After the second round, the best route runner is Van Jefferson. Van Jefferson Van Jefferson, if he didn't get hurt, is a first rounder. Van Jefferson, the first rounder. Now I think KJ Hill is as good as a route runner as Van Jefferson as well. You know what I mean? Do you know of any mock draft simulators that will let us make trades? No, I don't. I don't know of any mock drafts that will let you make trades. That got Dez cut with the BB gun of an arm. I believe that got Dez cut too. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk about something real quick. I've been getting a lot of feedback on my Twitter about, why the Dallas Cowboys didn't win a division and why the Philadelphia Eagles did win a division. Now, the Dallas Cowboys fans love to make it seem like that Jason Garrett was the root of all evil. You know what I mean? I don't see it that way. Dak Prescott had 2,000-yard receivers. Michael Gallup and Amari Cooper caught for 1,000 yards. You know what I'm saying? Ezekiel Elliott ran for over 1,000 yards. Dak Prescott passed for 4,900 yards. And you won 8-8. I don't understand it. This is what I do know, though, Dallas Cowboys fans, if you're watching. This is what I know, without a shadow of a doubt. If Carson Wentz plays for the Dallas Cowboys in that second meeting that the Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles played, the Cowboys would have won that game. It ain't got nothing to do with the coaches. The deciding factor in that game, and you too, Mark Holmes, you too, because you're still in denial about y'all not being anything but stat machines. The deciding factor in that second game was Carson Wentz. It was Carson Wentz. Dak Prescott missed a plethora of throws that could have won that game for the Dallas Cowboys. Carson Wentz made all the throws. Dak Prescott didn't throw a touchdown pass. You see what I'm saying? Carson Wentz threw a touchdown pass in every game last season with no wide receivers. No wide receivers. If you just switch the quarterbacks, you switch the fortune of both of those teams last year. It ain't got nothing to do with coaching, none of that. None of that. Dak Prescott was throwing balls so bad in that game that Malcolm Jenkins, as slow as everybody said Malcolm Jenkins was, he was jumping routes and getting a hand on balls. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. The quarterback play was the deciding factor. The deciding factor. I'm sorry. The quarterback play was the deciding factor. Carson Wentz, a man without a 1,000-yard receiver, did the impossible. First of all, he threw for 1,200 yards in the last 6 games. He was the hottest quarterback in the league. Now, a lot of people want to say, well, y'all last couple games was against division opponents. Well, Carson Wentz beat a couple playoff teams, too, last year. You know, the disrespect to Carson Wentz is easy to debunk, man. It's easy to debunk. You know what I mean? It's easy to debunk. You know what I mean? Carson Wentz ready to bring a child into the world. Dak Prescott running around having COVID-19 parties. Don't disrespect my quarterback, man. And then I talked about that on Twitter, you know, because everybody says that Dak Prescott is a model citizen. Is a model citizen. Is a model, Dilly, thank you for the donation. Is a model citizen. He does nothing wrong off the field. Now, I'm not saying that Dak Prescott did anything wrong off the field. What I'm saying is what Dak Prescott did was irresponsible and it was disrespectful to all the healthcare workers. So everybody gets sick at Dak Prescott party. It's people pulling double shifts, wearing protective equipment, trying to get people back healthy. They would have had to take care of Dak Prescott because he wanted to have a party. And there's also reports coming out that Dak Prescott said that $34 million a year is not enough to feed his family. Not enough to feed your family off $34 million a year? You think you deserve more than Carson Wentz? You bugging. You bugging, bruh. You bugging. Do you like KJ from Penn State? Not really. I don't like KJ from Penn State like that. I like Jalen Reagor more than him. You know what I'm saying? Dude is bugging. You know what I'm saying? Let's get some thumbs up in the building, man. Let's try to get to 100 thumbs up. You know what I mean? We got all night. Hey, Schuler, thank you for the donation, bro. Justin Jefferson in the first, Michael Pittman in the second, Antonio Gibson in the third, center, linebacker, and safety in the fourth, Quez Watkins in the fifth. Quez Watkins ain't gonna be there in the fifth. I'm taking Quez Watkins as early as the fourth, if I can. How do you feel about the Eagles all-decade team members? The Eagles all-decade team members, who do you mean? Jason Peters and the guys that made it? KJ Hill was way better, man. People keep sleeping on KJ Hill, man. I don't know why, because KJ Hill primarily operated out the slot. Well, you need a slot guy, too. KJ Hill was a beast, man. I don't think there's no linebacker in the NFL that could guard KJ Hill. I think Carson, out of the quarterbacks, always get disrespected. He do always get disrespected. Everybody like to, pat Deshaun Watson on the butt. Everybody like to, I think they done babying Dak Prescott. I think they're going to let Dak Prescott know that he's expendable. But come on, man. Carson Wentz is an elite quarterback, man. No quarterback in league history has thrown for 4,000 passing yards without a 500-yard receiving receiver. I can't stress that enough. Nobody's done that. Nobody's done that. How's my parents? The parents doing good, man. The parents doing good. You know what? Carson Wentz, you know what? You know what? I got to write Carson Wentz a letter. I owe Carson Wentz an apology. He might get a lot of hate because of people like me. I see the greatness in him. And I shout it every time I can. Who better than Carson Wentz? Not a lot of people. Not a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I know we're not getting a linebacker, but do you like Patrick Queen? I like Patrick Queen. We interviewed him. Listen, man, I'm trying to tell y'all, man, do not be surprised. Do not be surprised if Howie Roseman go ahead and take somebody other than a wide receiver in the first. Do not be surprised. Howie Roseman, to my knowledge, has never drafted a wide receiver in the first round. Do not be surprised, man. I'm telling you, man, don't be surprised. Carson Wentz about to own the NFC East for years to come. I'm telling you, man, I agree, Philly Talk Podcast. And if the Washington Redskins take Chase Young, they're done. They're done for 10 years. They ain't going to do nothing. Like the Washington Redskins are going to take Chase Young, and Chase Young is going to have a Raiders career that Khalil Mack had and be traded somewhere else for a couple picks. All they're going to do is waste Chase Young time. That's all they're going to do is waste his time. And I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I don't want them to get a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? I don't want them to get a quarterback. I don't know how good Tua is going to be, or Herbert, or anybody like that. Hey, shit, I don't even know how good Haskins is going to be moving forward. We got to remember, he was only a rookie. He was only a rookie. You know what I'm saying? But if they take Chase Young, they might be trash forever. Forever and ever. You know what I'm saying? I got a little bit of respect for Daniel Jones. I think Daniel Jones is better than Dak Prescott. This is why I don't have no respect for Dak Prescott. As a player, I got respect for him as a man. Obviously, I don't know that man. I don't got respect for Dak Prescott on the field because I watched them dudes pat those stats last season. I watched them dudes beat the Dolphins, the Redskins, and the Giants, start 3-0 and act like they was King Kong. I watched it happen. But I knew it. I knew they was buns. I knew they was buns. You know what I'm saying? I knew they was buns. You know what I mean? I knew they was buns. And all y'all can say what y'all want, man. Dak Prescott ain't signed because that organization don't believe in him. Ayuk and Gandy Golden in the draft. I like Gandy Golden. Carson, what up? They're not going to pay him. He can't even get out the first round. You know what I mean? Listen, you cannot pay him unless he changes the fortunes of your franchise. You can't pay him that bread. Think about it. Carson Wentz changed the fortunes of the Philadelphia Eagles as a franchise. He changed the fortunes. How? If you don't draft Carson Wentz, you don't have a Super Bowl. Dak Prescott has not made that impact. He ain't made that impact for the Dallas Cowboys. A lot of people want to say, oh, Dak Prescott had the number 1 seed. He had the number 1 seed in 2016. Well, I'll tell you what right now. At that time frame, they was the first number 1 seed to not go to the Super Bowl at that time in 5 years. Now, I don't know who the number 1 seeds was after that. I can't remember. Oh, one was the Philadelphia Eagles, and we went to the bowl. You see what I'm saying? Carson Wentz changed the fortunes of that team. Whether y'all want to believe it or not. Yeah, Nick Foles finished the job, but Carson Wentz had 33 touchdowns. Carson Wentz was an MVP finalist. Carson Wentz Carson Wentz got paid. Carson Wentz got paid off of a season like that, man, by changing the fortunes of his franchise. Now, you go ahead and you draft Dak Prescott and you draft Ezekiel Elliott. The best thing they could do for you is get you a number 1 seed and get put out in the first round. That's all they could do for you. That's not changing the fortunes of the franchise. The fortunes of the franchise have remained the same for them. It's remained the same for them. Not getting past the division round since '96. That's been them. That clock, they get a new number. They get a new number for that every year because nothing has changed. You see where I'm going at with this? Jared Goff changed the franchise. He changed the fortunes. He went to the bowl. Jimmy G changed the fortunes. Went to the bowl. That's how you do it. That's how you do it, man. You got to draft a guy who can change the fortunes, especially a quarterback. There's no point in drafting a quarterback. Carson, listen. Cam Newton changed the fortune of the Panthers. You got to draft a guy. Jameis Winston, who ain't even on the team right now, has done absolutely nothing for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers but be an interception throwing machine. If Jameis Winston would have at least went to the NFC Championship game, he would still be a Buccaneer. He didn't change the fortunes. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, when they drafted Jameis Winston, haven't been to the playoffs in 7 years. Getting Jameis Winston did nothing but make that number grow. They ain't been to the playoffs in, 12 years? I'm at 12 years. 12 years. I'll be 33 this month, April 25th. 12 years ago, how old was I? It don't even make no sense. It don't even matter how old I was 12 years ago. I don't even remember. You see what I'm saying? I don't even got time to do the math. It was that long, man. You dudes don't be changing the fortunes of their ball club, man, and they be wanting to get paid. Jameis Winston about to go somewhere and be a backup. You know what I'm saying? I thought you was 25. Now I'm 33. I'm a triple OG. Dak can't feed. I'll be 33 this year. Dak can't feed his family on 34 mil. That's what Dak said. That's what Dak said. You know what I'm saying? That's what Dak said. Dak said he cannot feed his family on 34 mil. Well, that means you budgeting wrong. You budget on 34 mil annually. You know what I'm saying? That means you budgeting wrong, man. Shout out to everybody with the birthdays in April, man. Yo, Lord Brunson, do you think Chase Young will succeed with the Giants? With the Giants? Chase Young ain't going to the Giants? I have a feeling how he's going to draw in this draft. I don't know, but see, we can't say he going to get a wide receiver. How he's going to get a wide receiver, it might not just be when y'all want him to. Don't go get no center with the 21st pick, Howie. Whatever you do, Do not make this 2 consecutive years where you spent the 21st pick on a lineman. I mean, your first round pick on a lineman. Whatever you do. If you go get a linebacker, if you go get a cornerback that you high on, I will understand that more. Do not go get no center. Just don't do that, man. That's gonna be a slap in the face, man. That's gonna be a slap in the face. Don't go get no center. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. But you know, we always trying to direct Howie, but the thing about it is this, man, Howie know what he doing. 33 sounds Masonic. What do you mean Masonic? What do you mean by that? 33. That's how old I'll be April 25th. Let Howie be Howie. Yeah, but you know, center in the fifth, I could dig it, Mr. Oval. Brunson, I think T is going to be a dog and a steal. Do you like him? I like T. Higgins. I do like T. Higgins. Freemason? How does 33 sound Masonic? It's just a number. Quez Watkins would be nice. I like Quez Watkins, man. I like Quez Watkins, and I'll take Quez Watkins as early as the 3rd round, man. Who's my number 1 guy with the 21st pick? Justin Jefferson, man. I'm sorry, man. Justin Jefferson. That's my number 1 guy with the 21st pick. My number 1 guy. And that's if CeeDee Lamb and Jerry Jeudy aren't available. But I think they'll be available, man. I'm trying to tell you, Ruggs, Lamb, or Jeudy will be there at 21. They will be there at 21. I'm telling you, man. They will be there at 21. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Listen. Last year, Brunson, are you talking with Bad Dog, the Giants YouTuber? I was on Bad Dog's show the other day, last week. Listen, last year when I told y'all about, what's his name? Damn, I'm thinking of his name. I'm forgetting his name. Dude that played for Seattle, the wide receiver. DK Metcalf. I was high on DK Metcalf. I just saw a Bleacher Report. They redrafted the first round of last year's draft. DK Metcalf went like 12. He went like 12. After they did it over, he went like 12. I was disappointed in Bleacher Report, though, because they didn't have Booby Sanders going in the first round of that draft. You know what I mean? They had Gardner Minshew going to the Patriots because the Patriots had the last pick. And DK Metcalf ended up going to Green Bay. I am that high on Justin Jefferson. Silas, what's going on, Silas? I'm that high on Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson needs to come to Philadelphia because Justin Jefferson has the best skill set for Carson Wentz. The best skill set for Carson Wentz. Deshaun Jackson is coming back. Y'all want to get Henry Ruggs right now, too. What are we going to do? Run a bunch of fly routes? Run a bunch of long plays that take time to develop while Carson Wentz is running for his life? Now, I'm not saying the offensive line is sweet, but you know what I'm saying? What are we going to do? They had us getting I saw that, Carson. They did have us getting McLaurin. They had us getting McLaurin, and we probably should have. We probably should have got McLaurin. I like McLaurin. You know what I'm saying? We probably should have. But see, Carson, that's what's crazy. They had us getting McLaurin. That's you know, that don't make sense though. We didn't have a need for wide receiver last year before the season started. Remember, these guys was calling themselves the DNA boys. We didn't know Alshon, Deshaun, and Aguilar was going to have all these injury problems. We didn't know that. We didn't know we needed a. Come on, they you know they screwed up with that. They screwed up with that one though. They screwed up with that one. 33 is the complete number. Jesus died at 33, complete form. Nipsey died at 33 too. You know what I'm saying? LB, Mims a big body guy too though. I like them. I like Mims. I like Mims. But I'm telling you, man, Justin Jefferson is the guy. Carson Wentz ain't had a speedster his whole career. What make y'all think he need one now? Carson Wentz is a guy who has mastered the mid-range game. Now we know he got a rocket for an arm. It don't hurt to get a complimentary guy, but you don't spend the first pick on a complimentary guy. Deshaun Jackson is going to be good. Deshaun Jackson will have 1,000 yards next season. I'm telling you. Deshaun Jackson is going to be good to go. We need a rookie who could come in and who could win to the deep middle zone, if that makes any sense. So you got the flats for the running backs. Hey, Ernest, thank you for the donation. Thank you for the donation, Mr. Ernest. You got the flats for the running backs. And then that next level is the tight ends, where Zach Ertz and Goddard dwell. Now, they've been able to extend that beyond mid-range. They can go deep sometimes, pause. And then you got guys who can go a little deeper, but not Deshaun deep. You know what I'm saying? A little deeper, but not Deshaun deep. And that's Alshon Jeffrey. You need to get you a rookie who can go a little deeper, who can go to that third level, and let Deshaun Jackson take care of that fourth level, man, of the field. That fourth level being 35, 40-yard passes. You need somebody who can specialize in a 25-yard game, who can run a crispy route and get you an easy 25-yard completion. That's what you need. You need somebody who does that. Judy does that. Jefferson does that. And Jefferson, hey, Michael Fielder, thank you for the donation, bro. And Jefferson does not stop when it gets to the red zone, like a lot of these speedsters. John Ross is non-existent in the red zone. Brandon Graham, I think, only had 6 touchdowns in the last 2 years, something like that. These dudes they don't put in no work in the red zone, where Carson operates like a physician. They don't put in that type of work in the red zone. They don't. These dudes fade in the red zone. Justin Jefferson gives you play up and down the entire field. Beast, I think he had 12 touchdowns in the red zone. Beast. You know what I'm saying? Some of these dudes fade in the red zone, man. They can't be called upon in the red zone. You know what I'm saying? Which is why Carson Wentz had to throw miraculous passes to Booby Sanders in the red zone. Like that pass he threw against Washington. Miraculous passes to Corey Clement in the red zone. Carson Wentz had to use his running backs in the red zone game. Why does joint zoom in like that? I think Booby will have 1,300 yards. I don't know about that. I don't know about him having 1,300, but I think Booby going to be closing in on a stack for sure. I think D-Jack's going to get a stack. Do I want to see Greg keep playing slot? Absolutely. Absolutely, I want to see Greg keep playing slot. Absolutely. Greg is going to get time. Now, who's to say that Greg can't play on the outside? Hey, Philly Talk Podcast, man. Thank you, bro. Damn, I keep hitting buttons. My guy, Lil Brunson, stay safe and stay up. Soon we'll be talking about draft results. I got to stop touching the screen. Hold on, let me get it together. Here we go. 1,300 all-purpose. Hey, I appreciate you, Philly Talk Podcast, man. I appreciate you. Hey, everybody go sub Philly Talk Podcast up too, man. He on his grind, man. He on his way. For sure. 13 all-purpose. I could dig it. I could dig it. 13 all-purpose. I wonder what hole this is that I live by. A lot of people struggle on this hole over here. A lot of people struggle on that hole right there. I'm about to go buy me some clubs, man. I ain't got nothing to do. I'm putting money on D-Jacks to have a stack? Oh, who want to bet? Shit. I'm still spending money from Super Bowl 52. Who want to bet? I think D-Jacks gonna get a stack. This is one bet that I got out right now. I got that the Buccaneers not gonna make the playoffs. A lot of people think it's crazy. A lot of people think I'm reaching. I just don't think Tom Brady at that age is going to be able to change the fortunes of that club. Y'all gotta remember. You like Pittman more than Brandon Ayuk? Yeah, I do, Carson. Carson, you asking me questions that you know the answer to. You just want to hear how crazy I'm going to sound to you. I do like Pittman over Brandon. I like Pittman over Brandon. You take what bet? Probably a par 3. I'm surprised they ain't break no window yet. It's crazy because houses are literally middle of a golf field. Like it's like that road that you see those golf carts come up goes through this whole complex, man. They've been out here getting it in. I don't think Tampa making the playoffs. I don't think so. We disagree on everything. I know, Kirsten. I don't know why. You should understand. Listen, the Philadelphia Eagles are going to make the playoffs for the 4th straight year. NFC Championship game at the minimum this season. I'm telling y'all, man. I don't even think Jefferson going to be there at 21. I don't even, man. I don't think he's going to be there at 21. I think Jefferson, honestly, I think Justin Jefferson is going to jump over Ruggs, CeeDee Lamb, or Judy. Somebody going to pick Justin Jefferson over one of them 3. Deshaun at most will have 700 to 800. No, I got him getting a stack. I'm telling you. I'm going to tell you why I got Deshaun Jackson getting 1,000. Because if you keep Alshon Jeffrey, which you probably are at this point, if you keep Alshon Jeffrey, the Philadelphia Eagles, Alshon Jeffrey ain't going to be ready to go by week 7. If Deshaun Jackson is going to be the most seasoned vet out of that wide receiver core, him and Deshaun Jackson and Carson Wentz have such amazing chemistry. I saw it in the first 2 games. If there's no Alshon Jeffrey in the fold, Deshaun Jackson is going to eat. And it's not going to be just deep balls. Deshaun Jackson has an amazing comeback route, amazing timing routes that Carson Wentz just loves. They worked on it all last season, the OTAs. Without Alshon Jeffrey in the way, and if it's just up to Arthega Whiteside and Deshaun Jackson to be the number 1 and number 2 guys, and whoever we draft in the slot or something like that, I think he's gonna eat. I think he's gonna eat. 2 games, bro. What you talking about? Deshaun Jackson's like a 13-year vet, the best deep threat of all time. Yeah, I saw a lot in 2 games. Come on, man. Comeback route, LOL. Philly, who are you? Who are you and who you playing with right now on this live? Hell wrong with you. Most analysts say Henry Ruggs to the Eagles. You know that's and it's media manipulation, because that's what we all thinking in our heads. That's what we all thinking in our heads. You know what I mean? They keep saying it. That's what we thinking. You know what I mean? And I think Henry Ruggs possibly will be there at 21. I think he will. I think he will. I know he has chemistry with Wentz, but he's definitely going to miss at minimum 3 games. We don't know that. We don't know that. I don't know that. You know what I'm saying? I can understand why Deshaun Jackson would miss 3 games with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They are trash. Jameis Winston is butt. After they bench Fitzmagic, Carson Wentz, Deshaun Jackson ain't want to play no more for real. I can see why he missed 3 games with them. I can see why he would miss a couple games with Kirk Cousins. Them boys is 2nd-tier slop compared to Carson Wentz. I don't think Jefferson going to be there at 21. I don't think so either. Your merch. What about the merch, Corey? What you keeping real about D-Jax? Everything. Stud. Do you think we trading up or staying at 21? I think we're going to stay at 21. We better stay at 21. Denzel Mims? Why y'all keep asking about Denzel Mims? He's worth a pick. I won't be mad if Denzel Mims is taken with the 21st pick. Not you, I'm talking about Philly. I don't know. Philly changed his tone up real quick. He almost got roasted for my last couple minutes. I ain't had to roast shit in a couple days. And how was Easter? Easter was good, man. Easter was good. Do I think Whiteside Buns? I think he's trending towards Buns. He got to prove it, though. Ayuk better than Mims. I think Ayuk is better than Mims. I do. Clay Matthew on a 1-year deal. Clay Matthew had a down season, but I think I would still do it. Roasted Cuz Hospital. I'm not gonna roast you. Right now. I think Cowboys are gonna try to play us and try to jump in front of somebody. I think so. What's going on with Jason Peters? He's not signed. I think it's too late to bring him back. Clay is done. I'm just saying, Clay is done. I got you, Diego. Kelvin Benjamin, slow and old. Not even old, just slow and out of shape. Dillard wave now. I can agree that it's Dillard time. Dillard better be in the weight room getting ready to handle Chase Young. I seen Dillard get thrown on his biscuit last year, so I forget what game it was. Somebody threw Dillard on his biscuit. But he was a rookie last year, so he definitely better be in the weight room. Somebody threw Dillard on his damn head last year. I can't remember which game I was watching. Kelvin Benjamin is damn sure lazy. I think the Dallas Cowboys gonna get a safety, or I think that you see this would really hurt the Dallas Cowboys. I think they gonna go get that dude Ruiz. I think they gonna get his center because the Frederick retired. Yeah, it was the Vikings game. You're right. It was the Vikings game. They're trying to trade a quarterback. Cowboys. The Cowboys ain't trading Dak Prescott. I think that was a false report. I saw something about it though, that they were saying they was trying to trade Dak Prescott to the Lions for Matthew Stafford and a couple of picks. I think I seen something like that. Everson is a good one, Diego. I like Everson. I like Everson over Clowney for us. He fit better. But soon Clowney going to have to be forced to take these table scraps. They drafted a center last year. Well, they need another center. Their starting center retired. They need another center. I don't see Dallas taking a linebacker unless Leighton Vander Esch is like done. I heard they was trying to trade Dak to Miami. They probably are trying to trade Dak. You know what? I can see the Cowboys doing that. I can see it coming out of nowhere. Trade Dak to Miami. If they trade Dak to Miami right now, Jerry Jones is cheap. Jerry Jones is cheap. They could trade Dak to Miami right now, and Dak could possibly own that division. I'm telling you, Tom Brady not there no more. Miami got a lot of money. They paid a lot of people. Dak could possibly own that division, man. You know what I'm saying? I think that'll be a good career move for Dak because I don't think he's gonna get it done in Miami. Dak think he's getting much as Mahomes. I don't know why you think that. Dak is not getting as much as Mahomes or the kid in Baltimore. Dolphins are low key stacked. I think in 3 years the Dolphins gonna be beefing. They're gonna be beefing for a championship in 3 years. Bills owning the AFC South. That's arguable. Like they did just get a Stephon Diggs. They said Dak in the third to Miami for Miami's first round and some other pick. What's going on, Rap? Cam will eat in the AFC. I'm waiting for breaking news to say Cam Newton is a Patriot. I'm waiting for breaking news to say Cam Newton is a Patriot. I'm rooting for Cam. Arizona, I think Arizona gonna be good soon. Do I like Josh Allen? I actually do like Josh Allen. Josh Allen really reminds me of a young Brett Favre, like a young Steve Young or something like that. Josh Allen don't have no problem running with that ball, man. He's strong. He is strong. I think that Stephon Diggs and Josh Allen and Cole Beasley, I think they're going to eat. They're going to eat this year. I like Josh Allen. He couldn't throw his rookie year, but I think he's going to get it together. What's going on, Derek? Will I take Von Miller for the right price? I live in Boston. Everyone here tight Brady left. They should be. They should be. But I cannot count them guys out until otherwise, man. I think the Patriots defense is gonna be nasty, and they're gonna be out to prove that they can win without Brady. Can you see Flacco as the Eagles backup? I cannot see Flacco reading air in Philadelphia. Flacco is not a good quarterback. I don't want Flacco because I don't know why people want him so bad. I don't want him. Cam going to LA probably. Do you like Barnett? He keep getting baptized in the grass. What do you think is going to be with the NBA? I don't know. I ain't even, I'm off NBA mode. The playoffs supposed to start like this week for NBA, man. I'm hurt about that. Do you think Barnett reaches his full potential? Probably not. I don't think he gets extended with us unless he has like a 10-sack season. Sanders 1,200 all-purpose easy. Imagine Booby at 225. How much he weigh now? Could I see Sammy Baugh coming out of retirement and playing some key snaps with the Eagles? Are you talking about slinging Sammy Baugh? Are you talking about the dude from like the 40s? Did you just test my knowledge, Patriots fan 12? Your Flacco reactions are hilarious. I cannot stand Joe Flacco. I cannot. This is how I feel about Joe Flacco. I feel about Joe Flacco how Stephen A. Smith used to feel about Kwame Brown. That's how I feel. Do we need a power running back? I don't think so. I think Miles Sanders can shoulder the load. People are saying they don't know if Miles Sanders is durable. Miles Sanders ain't get banged up. He tweaked his ankle. That's different. He won the bowl. So did Brad Johnson for the trash-ass Bucks. Dudes win bowls all the time. A lot of dudes won bowls who shouldn't have won no bowl. Am I open to a shady return? Absolutely. Henry Ruggs or Denzel Mims? I want Denzel Mims. Kwame was trash. Trash Adams. Elijah Holyfield, hopefully he step up. Hopefully they keep him around. We didn't have a signing today, did we? No, we didn't have a signing today that I know of. Booby tough, I agree. Mims is a stud. You're right. But I'm gonna hop up this live. I'm gonna try to prep this official video for tomorrow, man. Lunchtime, not lunchtime with the bullies, evening time with the bullies, sunset with the bullies, whatever you want to call it. I want y'all to all have a real nice, easygoing day. You know what I'm saying? I'll probably hop on this Call of Duty for a minute, eat me some salmon and rice. Just feed myself, man. Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, man. Y'all already know what it is, man. I love y'all. We out.